My name's Alan Herf. I run engineering at MySpace. This is Max Newball.
And I'm a dev manager for Open Social at MySpace Seattle.
So basically what I want to talk about are the facts to start off. We've talked about what Open Social is in numbers, and I want to kind of give you an idea of what MySpace's contribution to that is. We have 135 million active installs. That means 135 million instances of applications have been installed on one of our mini Canvas pages. The other fact that I want to bring out, which I think is the fact that's starting to matter the most, is active unique users using applications. We have 40 million now of 120 million unique users to our website a month that have at least one, but normally once you have one, you have more than one application on our site. And really what that says is already over 1/3 of all MySpace users are running applications on their site, which means you as the application developer have the initial potential to hit the 40 million unique users, but if you create something unique and different, you can help not only yourself, but help us spread the breadth of where applications are developed on our site. And MySpace is actively considering what other services and canvases in the future we can offer application development to. For example, although not something we've decided yet, is like, can we offer the mail surface so people can start building applications for mail? Which I think Gmail and Yahoo Mail is much more robust mail application right now, but over time, I hope we use application developers to either create more robustness in our apps, or we make our application more robust and offer more hooks for mail users. The other one, obviously, which seems to take a back seat over time, is page views seem less and less important, but it's a fact that we're all still used to seeing, and we have 2 billion page views basically to our applications now. So, yeah, no worries. Perfect. So the next thing that I want to talk about, and I'm going to turn over to Max to talk about, is what we just shipped, which we talked about today, but not in the detail that we really wanted to be able to cover it. So let me talk specifically about MySpace for a minute with Max.
So as you've probably already heard, we shipped the 0.8 container this morning. This is a beta container, and we're looking to get a fully featured version out very shortly that I'll talk about in a minute. Another big push that we had is to improve the developer community with content. So there's a ton of new 0.8 specific content, release notes, breaking changes between versions. So the developer site that you'll use for the hackathon today, that should have all of the new 0.8 documentation on it. It's still just in a blog post because it was done this morning. But if you're going to go and hack along with us, you need to get signed up on developer.myspace.com. So next up, the most exciting thing coming up shortly will be activities. Everyone in here is probably familiar with activities. This is the one-to-many broadcast of you doing an activity. We've had a lot of requests from the developer community to get a sandbox up. So for 0.9, we're pledging to get sandbox support so that you have a week advance for breaking changes. Along the timing with 0.9. So custom app notifications, this is the one-to-one raising of a notification similar to an activity. So this would be, Max has taken his turn at a game and it is now your turn. And then the next piece I'm going to let Alan speak about because he's got a lot more experience in that arena.
So, I think we've seen in the app development community that a lot of big players like RockU and Slide have incredible A/B testing, and they're starting to move into multivariate testing now. And why that's easy for large application developers to build the infrastructure, I don't think it's so easy for the smaller side of medium business and small business to do. So what MySpace will be releasing in the coming weeks is some hooks for analytics about your application and an aggregate view of how all applications are doing, so you can start to build multivariate testing and A/B testing. Now this is a very initial nascent form of this product, and again it goes in the spirit of MySpace. MySpace and Open Social. We want to give you the product, and then we want to get your feedback. And we started working by talking to RockU and others on what they had done, and that's what our barrier to entry is going to be. Probably not as robust yet, and we'd like to work with the community to mature it, and it's something we hope to help work with Open Social so it becomes standardized across as we have collaboration with analytics. Yep. So I guess what we want, because I always learn in business meetings, there's somebody supposed to have an ask for you and you're supposed to have an ask for them. What we want is we want richer applications. We want to continue to get the feedback we need to mature the applications. We're seeing great entries in what LinkedIn's doing. We're seeing great applications spread to things like Ning, and we want to see those applications continue to evolve with our partners, and more specifically, what can we do? And that's why I say feedback from you. What do you need us to do? What do we need to expose to you that we haven't exposed, and in what way do we need to expose it? For example, we've worked really hard to support Adobe products with Flash and Flex based on OpenSocial. We took a lot of time making sure that our container supported ActionScript. Is that working for you? Does nobody care? Should we stop putting our time into that so we focus on other things? And our job is to make your life easier, so let's get that feedback from you. And then I guess, to talk about the raffle stuff, Max, myself, and a few other people will be walking around to talk to you about applications that you're building for MySpace. And MySpace has a section on the top of our gallery that we have editor picks for. And what we'd like to offer today is anybody that builds a compelling app that Max and I like, that we'll give you editor pick rotation at the top of our gallery, which should jumpstart your application and help it grow in our community.
Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Max. So